Welcome back to Derby Date Night. If you may have noticed Sirius running over to the camera on turn 3 and then running back to make sure that we could go live before this next game started. This is going to be the R game between Root River and Rolla Rockets, who both won their games earlier today to make it to the semifinal game. The winner of this game will be going to the Tournament of Champions bracket to become cream of the crop at the Smalltown Smackdown. The loser of this game will be put into the Aw Shucks bracket and will be competing. No, they're already in the winner's bracket?
Already in the winner's bracket.
Oh, okay. And they'll be competing for 5th place. Third place. I don't know. Eric, you tell me what's going on.
Winner goes to the winner goes to the championship game, loser goes to the third place game.
Yep, we got it. All right, getting started here. I think this is going to be a really competitive game based on both of these teams earlier. They both seem really well matched. And they are proving me right now by lead jammer not being established until 30 seconds into the jam, with Krishandra Burns coming out as lead jammer for Rolla Rockets. It is a power jam. Who went to the box? Who said power jam? Oh, looks like Sid Vicious is headed to the box for Root River. So this is going to be a power jam for Krishandra Burns and the Rolla Rockets. Krishandra is through for 4 points for the Rolla Rockets. And I forgot to talk again. This is what, game 6 of 7 today? Okay.
I did too.
I keep starting to watch Derby instead of talk about Derby, so we're gonna work on that, right, Eric? Oh, Coach Eric is back here with me. Are you kidding me? For the second game for both of these teams in this tournament. Krishandra decided to call the jam after Sid Vicious was released from the penalty box, but not before scoring 8 points. No, 11 points. Rolla Rockets 11, Root River Rollers 0. So, Eric, I was too busy talking and doing other things to notice that a really good-looking pasta salad was brought to me during the break, and now I can't eat it.
Yep.
And so now I have to look at it for an entire half of a game. Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. That's the hard part about being an announcer. I'm hungry. You can't eat while you're announcing. It's the one thing I haven't figured out how to do. Oh, no, track cut being called on Babe Butcher for Root River, which gives the Rolla Rockets an opportunity again with a power jam for Shorty and the rest of the Rolla Rockets. Is Shorty the one who they told me was 4'11" earlier today, I think?
No, that's Smalls.
Oh, that's Smalls. Wait, so if Rolla Rockets win, they get to play
Team Philippines.
What team had Smalls? I want Shorty and Smalls to play against each other. I don't know if it's going to happen, though, in this tournament. Shorty is through for 4 points. The pasta is cold. That's the good part, Wallastica. It's cold pasta salad. So luckily, it doesn't have to, I would be real sad if it was like spaghetti or something.
Hard Knocks is where Smalls is.
Hard Knocks. Oh, I don't think they're going to be. They're not in the same bracket. Oh, dang it. So no Smalls versus Shorty. Shorty has scored 8 points, is currently in the pack on a scoring pass. Babe Butcher got out of the box and is currently in the pack, getting pushed to the inside and forced to the back as Shorty has scored now 12. Root River Rollers still scoreless in our second jam. Thanks, Purple. Purple's like, I remember. 4 more points for Shorty. This is a 16-point jam in our second jam of the game. Rolla Rockets are taking a commanding lead here. As the pack prepares for Shorty to come in, Shorty decides to call it. Wait, why did that not get called? Is Shorty not lead anymore?
I'm not sure what happened there.
Wait, how did Shorty lose lead? I'm super confused. Why is Shorty not lead anymore?
I don't know. I'm confused as well.
If I ask again, maybe someone will tell me the answer. Yeah. Okay, why is Shorty no longer lead? Maybe, I'll text Shotgun Mike. He's probably not even here. Oh, he has the kids right now? Who can I text to tell me?
Need to phone a friend.
Phone a friend. I don't know how Shorty lost. Maybe Shorty never got lead. Maybe let's just make something up. It was a no pass, no penalty, and Shorty never earned a lead.
I don't know. I heard the 2 whistles and I saw the points. So
I did too.
I don't know what's going on.
But guess what? That jam's over, so we can just move on to the next one. Stop eating the pasta salad, serious. Trekkie Monster for the Rolla Rockets, and Domino getting that first lead jammer status for the Root River Rollers. But Trekkie Monster able to get out and is about a quarter track behind, chasing Domino down. This pack getting ready for the jammers to come in. Domino busts right through the back of that tripod and went, so Root River Rolla Rockets 540, did you see, took that chest hit, and it looked like that hurt.
Yeah. The butts on that tripod didn't come together like they should have.
No, the tripod was almost together, but then went right through it, and so that poor, what's the top
brace.
of the, the brace. No, I'm thinking the top of the triangle, the point, the apex, Is there a name for the top of the pyramid? Why are my hands up in a triangle? I was just going to move on. Boom, jamming for Rolla Rockets and Tokyo Drift for Root River. And that pack's not moving. Both jammers cannot find any space here. Tokyo Drift is trying to pull that pack to the front. Looks like it is a tough pack to get through, but Boom somehow finds some space around the outside, kind of goes right around the outside, becomes your lead jammer. At the same time, though, Tokyo Drift drifts out of that pack and is on Boom's tail. Tokyo Drift stole a point. How many points did Root River get? They're doing a consultation, I think.
Yeah, having a chat about it.
It takes 4 refs to talk about how many points. Nope, 5. Now it's 5. 1. All right, who are you here to root for? If you are here to root for Rolla Rockets, put some yellow hearts in the chat. If you are here to root for Root River, put some silver hearts in the chat. If you are here to root for good old roller derby and derby love, put all the colors of hearts in the chat. All right, Sid Vicious. Oh, a huge hit. Who was that? That was a nice hit from, who is that on 3? Is that Bones Appetit?
I think so,
Cup of TNT jamming for Rolla Rockets. Yeah, Bones Appetit with that huge hit to slow down Sid Vicious, but Sid Vicious was able to recover and get out and become lead jammer. Cup of TNT chasing Sid Vicious down. Sid Vicious, was that like a straight pecs hop?
That was a straight pecs jump, yeah.
Oh, beautiful job by Sid Vicious there. Oh, look at the Rolla Rockets lighting up the chat here. Look at all that yellow. Ooh. Okay, did we not notice that Cole says black was called lead and went to the box? Did we not notice?
I mean, I knew they got a penalty, but I didn't think they were lead because I saw the tweet and the pointed yellow, so that's what threw me off.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Eggs is here rooting for the Zoo Crew. Eggs is actually here in the building. Hi, Eggs. And look at Purple rooting for everybody and the Zebras. Hertz Donut rooting for Bones, my fabulous derby mama. Oh, that's wonderful. Love to hear it. Babe Butcher is your lead jammer right now, but followed by Trekkie Monster. Pack speeding up a little bit as Babe's coming around. Takes a push to the inside and calls the jam. Three points for Root River. Rolla Rockets established that quick early lead, and Root River is starting to respond. I think we're getting into a little bit of a rhythm here, and Root River's like, okay, we're not gonna let you get too far away from us.
Yeah, they're both really good teams. I'm sure there'll be some back and forth here.
Yeah. All right, we got Crashandra Burns and Domino jamming for their respective teams. Domino coming out with lead jammer for Root River. Crash is trying to push that pack to the front. Some nice recycling done by the Root River blockers. One blocker gets a penalty, and Crashandra is able to get through. Domino, meanwhile, has gone through to grab 4 points and calls the jam before Rolla can score any points. See, told you they're just chipping away. You better grab some guacamole, Eric. Did you just look for like an avocado? We don't have guacamole.
Nope, I have an orange.
You just grabbed an orange.
Did.
You're like, all I got's an orange. What, backed up? Sirius is saying something. There's a timeout happening. Oh, you're going to put the avocado out again? Tony Alberto sent us a super chat earlier, and there is your avocado to go with the chips. The chipping away at the lead. That's, yes, Sirius. Good job. Smart, clever, all the things. In the 6th game, too, your brain is still working.
That's why he pushes the buttons.
Because I got to eat my food.
Eggs also cheering for my Derby wife, Aria. Eggs, you're the best. I love you. Yes, Goldie. I'm noticing a heavy Missouri presence in the chat. Where you at, Wisconsin? Racine, Wisconsin, which I learned to say Racine earlier. So I want some Wisconsin people in the chat telling me they're proud of me for saying the name of their city correctly. Sirius goes, did you? Did you say it correctly? I don't know. I think so. Tokyo Drift for Root River and Boom for Rolla Rockets. Tokyo Drift taking a hit to the outside from Cup of TNT, who says, slow it down so that Boom can get through. Cup of TNT used to be Boom's advisor, and Boom has now graduated and is now Dr. Boom, is what I learned. But Cup of TNT is a professor at the school, and so helping out Boom is something that Cup of TNT knows how to do. Egg says, orange, you're glad Eric doesn't have guacamole?
I am.
All right, I know we are doing farming jokes this weekend because, you know, it's Smalltown Smackdown and we're on the farm and all that good stuff. But for this game, and this game only, because we have the Rolla Rockets and the Root River Rollers, everything starting with an R. And you know what R makes us think of? Pirates. So we're going to get some good old pirate jokes here. And I'm glad I don't think Michael Kwan is in the chat anymore because he would make these jokes not family friendly. And we are we're trying to be as family friendly as we can. Sid Vicious jamming for Root River and Shorty for Rolla Rockets. And looks like, is Shorty lead or is Short?
No.
Okay. Lead went to Sid Vicious. Sid Vicious was just in a scoring task, scored 4 points. Now Shorty is coming around. Oh, there it was. Of course, Sirius. You weren't. Sirius did not have his camera on Sid Vicious to see the beautiful I am making a circle and calling the jam.
We need a Sid Vicious cam.
We need a Sid Vicious cam just for Sid Vicious's call-offs. Please. Can you make that happen?
Maybe with more super chats.
Sirius is asking for super chats so we can have another camera to put on Sid Vicious. We would need a lot of super chats.
A few.
Eggs wants to know what's a pirate's favorite letter. I don't know, Eggs. Is it
C.
R? Nope, it's actually the C. I actually did not expect that to happen. I should have expected that. Babe Butcher is your lead jammer. Trekkie Monster jamming for Root River will not be able to score any points because Babe Butcher called that jam.
Got lead, then fell out. Got recycled. Took her a second to realize she was lead.
The ref was talking with a pivot for Rolla Rockets at the end of that jam, but I don't know what the conversation was. I don't know. I think they were giving some sort of a warning to somebody, but I can't tell what it was. But Root River has cut into that lead. See, we got that guacamole for those chips, and we are only a 12-point game. Cup of TNT is your lead jammer for Rolla Rockets. Cup and TNT was our skater of the game earlier and now has, you can't see it under the jammer star, but has the skater of the game sticker on her helmet.
Sid Vicious was as well.
Sid Vicious as well. Yes, we have two skater of the game recipients, and you will be able to choose one more at the end of this game. If you have anybody you would like to see become skater of the game, please let us know in the chat, and you can give Eric and I your case for why the skater you like should be nominated for skater of the game for everybody to vote on.
I keep telling everybody super chats will sway me heavily.
I know. That's a really easy way to to sway the vote a little bit to get your skater nominated. All right, some beautiful offense being done there by the pivot for Rolla Rockets, but it is Tokyo Drift who comes out as lead jammer for Root River. Krishandra Burns is able to get out of the pack, but Tokyo Drift is already in the pack doing damage and scoring some points for Root River. Krishandra coming to the pack is not going to be able to score any points, and Root River got 4 more points in that jam. Not pay to win games, Tiffy. We have pay to win stickers.
Yeah.
Although, truthfully, we don't control who wins Skater of the Game. We just get to nominate 4 people. You all control who wins Skater of the Game and who gets one of the coveted Derby Date Night Skater of the Game stickers that Tiny is coming out of retirement for so that she can win one of the stickers. I know you all are anxious for the pirate jokes. I promise they're coming. Boom! Out as lead jammer for Rolla Rockets. Sid Vicious taking a big ol' hit there. Was that Cup of TNT or Ferocious Dimples? It was kind of the two of them together. Cup of TNT and Ferocious Dimples working together like, oh, great work. Okay, Banana Jam, everybody's falling down. Boom is in the pack, causing some damage, because that's what Dynamite does.
Yep.
Boom. Can Boom and Dynamite jam against each other? There's a Dynamite, right, on Root River? No, there's a Domino. Oh, I got so excited for no reason. Huh? Cherry Bomb. There's a Boom and a Cherry Bomb. They could jam against each other. Just saying.
There's also Kitty Kitty Bang Bang. So
Yeah, Kitty Kitty Bang Bang.
I don't know if
Kitty
you
Kitty
play the card game Exploding Kittens, but
Yes, I love that game.
there you go.
That's fun. Okay, it is a timeout, and I know you want pirate jokes. I gotta find them. What did the pirate say on his 80th birthday? Aye, matey.
So bad.
Where can you find a pirate who lost his wooden legs?
Where you left him?
Yes.
There you go.
What's a pirate's favorite vegetable? Yep, artichoke. Where did the where did the one-legged pirate go for breakfast? IHOP. Why was the movie rated R? Too much booty. Okay, let's get back to Derby. Those were all bad. I think they were still fun. He goes over it. Cup of TNT, also explosion worthy, says Hertz. Absolutely. Tiffy says all of these explosive names could not get on a plane together. That is very true. Oh, Cole has a joke. How do you make a pirate furious? I don't know. How do you make a pirate furious? Trekkie Monster is lead, but Babe Butcher got into that pack and I think is scoring some points because Trekkie has not called the jam. There's only 14 points, but we are over halfway through the first half, and this is a low-scoring game.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. They're doing lots of very small like that, you know. I haven't seen too many more than 8.
No. Ooh, somebody I think just got hurt. What happened?
People coming off and on the track
Off
together.
and on the track,
it's a
a
little
little
too
bit of
fast.
a collision. That skater is already up and skating back to their chair. Like, skaters literally made of Jello. Jello? Rubber? What's the silly putty? I'm just going to name things that are bouncy. Our dog, our doodle, he's very bouncy. How do you make a pirate furious? Take away the P. They're irate. That's a good one. I like that one. Boom and Cup of TNT are literally explosion experts like it's their job. I know, they are so cool. They're like super experts in it too. Okay, I'm noticing Cup of TNT and Ferocious Dimples do a lot of blocking together. Like they are so in sync right now, blocking Shorty. Those two are, and then they've got that pivot as the tripod. They're a hard one. They're a hard pair to get past.
Yeah, I've done that short rostered. Every once in a while we'll play, instead of like 2 walls with the extra people kind of rotating in and out, we'll do just pairs.
Yeah.
And you
That's
just-
a good idea.
Yeah.
You two stay together, you two stay together, yeah.
Yep.
You get combo points for pairing skater names. That's why I like you, Goldie Socks. You get me. Amanda says skater of the game should be Shorty. That's a good nom. That's a good nom there. Shorty's doing a pretty darn good job for Root River. We have got a timeout, which means guess what? I get to tell more pirate jokes. Arr. All right. How does the pirate know when the sea is friendly? It waves.
It waves.
Oh, that's all the jokes that it had. It had like only 6 jokes on here. Come on. All right. What? What just happened? Does she want to be on the mic? Penny came running up to me. So Melody Mayhem's daughter just came running up and got picked up, and a hand was put over her mouth, and she was pulled away. She's so friendly. I love her. She's the best. All right. Team timeout. Hold on. I got to get a joke here. Okay, that one's just not good. Hold on. Somebody's pirate joke is the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's it. That's the joke.
You can't argue with it.
They are.
That's not nice. Come on, I'm a fan of the Seattle Mariners. I know what it feels like to be a fan of a not so great performing team.
That's only good because Indiana's AAA baseball team is their affiliate.
Tiffy says Trekkie because she's out of this world. And Ironham has got a farm joke. Ooh, Cup of TNT taking a star pass for Rolla Rockets. Ego votes for Penny to be my next co-host. Well, she just tried and was pulled away by her mother. Ironham's joke. What did the baby corn say to the mama corn? Where's popcorn? I got no reaction, Ironham, from either one of these guys. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you can do. All right. Root River, 38. Rolla Rockets, 56. Gonna take my special calculator that I got from Bloomington Blockheads to tell you
It's
that
18
that
points.
is an 18-point difference. See, it takes too long to type. I should probably use my brain. Start typing before I start talking? I don't know how to do that. I know, Mr. Ironham, you're trying. You're trying here. Oh, is this another timeout?
Official timeout for something.
Official timeout for something. Why is the pirate's life so addictive? Because once you lose a hand, you get hooked.
God. Okay, that one's.
Why
We're
are
getting
you
there. We're getting
laughing?
there.
Serious? That's better.
We're getting there.
How come pirates take forever to learn the alphabet? Because they spend years at sea. Serious? That took them a while. Eric doesn't like that one. No.
Yeah.
No. I asked a pirate, why do you have a paper towel on your head? He says, oh, no, I don't. I have a bounty on my head.
There we go. Now we're getting there.
That one was a good
That
one.
was good.
Where does a pirate keep his buccaneers?
Under his bucking hat.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
Oh, that's an old one from around here.
I had not heard it.
Bob and Tom for years. Every time they would talk sports and they would talk about the Buccaneers, they would say that joke every time.
I asked the pirate how much their earrings cost, and they responded, what was the
Part
thing?
of a leg.
A buccaneer.
Oh, a Buccaneer.
What's a pirate's favorite letter? Well, it depends on the pirate, as do their reasons for the choice. But the most popular are R, X, C. I understand all 3 of those, but I don't get I.
Aye.
Got it. And then somebody says, actually, the answer's P. They'd be quite irate without it. And somebody said P. It's like R, but it only has one leg. Because the shape of
That's
an
better.
That's a good one. Okay. Oh, good. We're going back to Derby. Ooh, I got Commander to get a laugh. Yeah, it is a tough. It's always a tough crowd here, Commander. Kimchi Commander. My eyes, I need my glasses. All of these names are so little. All right, so this game is a game that is going to, one of these teams is going to go to the championship game, and the other team is going to go to the third place game, both tomorrow. So these teams get a break after this, and they get to rest until tomorrow. We don't. Here is your bracket, the Tournament of Champions, as we are in, what side of the bracket are we in? We're in the right side at game 4. No, game 6 between Root River and Rolla. So one of these teams will go on to play Team Philippines at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Let's see the Aw Shucks bracket. The loser of this game will go on to play the Bloomington Blockheads at 11 o'clock tomorrow for the third place game. It's a bunch? Okay, I'll try to repeat what you're saying. Yellow Jammer is getting a high block for the star pass. And the Black Jammer is getting a skating out of bounds penalty for trying to avoid a hit.
So they're going to start in the box and go.
So they're both starting in the box. They're both going to get released.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm taking it that everybody retained their official reviews.
My guess is they both. Yeah, they both get a penalty. They both get to come at the same time, and
all right.
lead is still open. It's just like starting a jam that way.
Yeah, just starting the jam from the box. And lead is going to go to Krishandra Burns for Rolla Rockets. Everybody's like, my eyes, I. What do you call a pirate mutiny? A conspiracy. Krishandra getting stuck a little bit in that pack. Tokyo Drift, ooh, a nice big hit there from Cup of TNT with an assist from Ferocious Dimples. See, it's that pair. They're always together. Good teamwork there. And Shorty's helping out in that. That's a tough tripod there with those three.
That is there.
Yeah.
Working.
Well, and watching Tokyo Drift is a very strong skater and did super well as a jammer. Oh, with that booty pop. Did you see the smile from Tokyo Drift? It was like, yeah, you got me, and being pulled all the way back. Meanwhile, Krishandra Burns has scored 4 points for the Rolla Rockets and is up to 8 points now. But Tokyo Drift has gotten out of that pack. Good job, good work there to get out of the pack. Has got that star on and is chasing down Krishandra Burns, who is currently in the pack on a third scoring pass. 10 minutes left in this first half.
I stole a point.
Stole a point. There you go. Another joke from Cole.
Points.
Why don't pirates shower before walking the plank? They'll just wash up on shore later. That's a good one. Mr. Ironham, this is almost not family friendly, but I will approve it. What does a pirate use a cell phone for? Booty calls. That's booty money. Booty calls. There.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
buy
what
that.
it, that,
I'll buy
that's why
that.
it's family friendly. Okay. Trekkie Monster and Babe Butcher. Trekkie is almost out, but Babe Butcher just kind of like snuck around the outside there and said, you know what, I'm just going to grab a lead jammer here. And these jammers together are going to race to the pack. Holy Steamroller with the hit out there and getting that, helping protect points for Rolla. Root River was able to grab 3 points in that jam, bringing them to 43. This is kind of a little low scoring, but it's starting to speed up a little bit.
Yeah, as everybody gets tired, they'll pick up points.
This is
Points get
everybody's
easier.
second game.
Yeah.
Second game in one day. That can tire somebody out. All right, we got Shorty and Domino. Shorty is through and is your lead jammer for Rolla Rockets. Domino finding some space on the inside, but finds Ferocious Dimples instead, who is going to force Domino all the way to the back of the pack. And Shorty gets through for 4 points for Rolla Rockets, coming around on a second scoring pass now, while while Domino is still dealing with Cup of TNT and Ferocious Dimples. Being joined by Diabla Plateada. Shorty's through, having scored 8 points. Looks at the bench to say, what do you want me to do? We're going to keep going. Domino was able to get out. Well earned, very tough. Mr. Ironham, I already told that joke. See, Mr. Ironham's busy actually feeding all the volunteers and not listening to my every word. But
wrong?
maybe,
People.
Coach Eric, how much did the pirate pay for his piercings?
A buccaneer.
A buccaneer. I'll still read it. He said, "Dang it." Sorry. I'm fiddling, but I didn't mean to fiddle with Eric's headphone cord, and I'm literally yanking it. Sorry. I need a like fidget toy or something. All right, Tokyo Drift is like, you know what? That last time was too hard to score all the points, so I'm just going to get lead jammer and get out so that I don't have to struggle. Boom is in the pack as the jammer for Rolla Rockets. Tokyo Drift getting a little bit stuck in the pack on a scoring pass. Avoids a big ol' hit from Holy Steamroller and gets out of the pack. Is still lead, but just got passed by Boom, and so is going to call that jam after scoring 4 points for Root River, bringing them to 47. Thank you. Yay, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a heating pad, serious. Don't look at me like that. He's like, why are you wrapping something around yourself? Thank you, Purple Fury, for taking care of me. People take care of me, serious. Because you're not. Making noodles and trying to find jokes. You are doing a great job, Mr. Ironham. Volunteers are the backbone of everything at tournaments, and we appreciate you so incredibly much. Okay, we have got Trekkie Monster in the pack, and Sid Vicious headed to the penalty box for Root River. So Trekkie Monster, I think, is still eligible to become lead, but takes a big ol' hit to the inside from Kitty Kitty Bang Bang.
Oh, gets a track cut called.
And gets a track cut called, so this will be a true shenana jam. As one jammer sits, the other jammer is going to stand, and the jammer who just sat down is going to stay for as long as the first jammer was in. Sid Vicious is going to take the long way around the track as the pack tries to figure out their plan. This jam's going to go the full 2 minutes, so we got 1 more minute of jamming here. Kayla, you're so sweet. There's a Minecraft toy at the ticket table Aria can fidget with. I love how concerned you all are for me not yanking on Eric's microphone cord.
I appreciate it, for sure.
Ooh. Sid Vicious taking a big hit to the outside and being forced all the way back. And Trekkie Monster almost out and is out, having scored. Is that? Nope, that was an initial. So now Trekkie Monster is eligible to score points. Sid Vicious continuing to just get stuck back there, trying to find any way to get out. This pack is moving slowly and just really swallowing up the. I mean, this is a hard-earned. Anytime you get through, you have earned it. Sid Vicious, 4 points for Root River, and 4 points for Rolla Rockets. Wow, that was 2 minutes of the most hard, difficult, and they didn't. Nobody even moved forward at all.
For a 4-4 jam, yeah.
4-4. That's it. Whew, tough one. All right, we have one more game tonight. After this one, we will be watching Cornfed battle. Nope, that's tomorrow morning. We'll be watching Hard Knocks battle Glass City in our last game of the night, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But for now, we are watching the semifinals Krishandra Burns is lead jammer for Root River, but Babe Butcher is following close behind.
Oh, now
Babe-
she's got to get through.
Yep, Babe Butcher is through for 4 points, even though Krishandra is lead jammer. Babe Butcher coming in again, wanting to score more. Ooh, that's a tough one when you're lead and you don't score any points and the other team gets 4. Salmon swimming upstream. That's a good way to describe what jammers do.
Yeah, it was still 4-4.
It was
She
still,
just had to continue to keep fighting to earn earn those 4 points that they'd lost.
Okay, so not as bad as I
Yeah, she
thought.
called it on what would have been the second pass. Yeah, that's rough.
Rough. I feel like there's a joke somewhere with the word rough, but
Oh, I'm sure.
yeah. I got nothing.
I mean, I'd tell it, but it's pretty rough.
Yeah, that joke was pretty rough. Shorty and Domino jamming for their respective teams. Shorty finding the space first for Rolla Rockets. Root River and Domino's trying to scrap their way through. Just has to get past Cup of TNT. Oh, Cup of TNT with the push and trying to pull back. And that is a track cut getting called on Domino from Root River. Cup of TNT pulled that track cut there. Shorty is 4 points now for Rolla Rockets. I don't feel like, 8 points now for Rolla Rockets. Thanks, Eric. Did Shorty jam this much in the first game? I feel like
A little bit, but not this
Shorty's
much, no.
really shining in this game. Oh, look at that. Up on one leg to miss that hit. Good job. Shorty's really impressing me. I know a couple pirate jokes, but they're all stolen. Isn't that what pirates do? They steal. Eggs, do you know how far some of the officials have traveled from? Like, what states do we have officials from? I would love to hear from you about how far some of these officials have come. I know that Doom, who I know as Doom Brew, one of our very first fans of Derby Date Night, is from our home state of Washington. So he's come a long way, and I was so excited to meet him for the first time today. I don't usually get to meet Derby Date Night fans who are from far away, so it was super fun when he came up and said, "It's me." I was so excited. Did you just make the "It's a me, Mario"?
Yep, I heard that.
Tokyo Drift for Root River Rollers is going to be your lead jammer. Rolla has hit that century mark. They are at 100. Boom is out of the pack and chasing down Tokyo Drift. Tokyo's up against a blocktopus of 4 blockers and calls the jam, but was able to grab it. Looks like 3. Is that 2 or 3 points? 3 points for Root River. Is that 10 seconds left in the first half?
Yep.
Really? Already? Shoot.
There may not be another jam.
That went really fast. And we get to go to intermission, which means I get to eat my pasta salad. So I'm going to quickly take us out so I can eat some food. And I will be back with the finish of this semifinal game between Root River and Rolla Rockets here on Derby Date Night. are back with Derby Date Night here at the Smalltown Smackdown Tournament of Champions with our second and last semifinal game of the tournament. The winner of this game will go on to compete to become cream of the crop, and the losers will begin the third place game. We have got the Rolla Rockets versus the Root River Rollers. And we are about to start our second half with Crashandra Burns and Sid Vicious. And lead jammer goes to Crashandra Burns. Sid is trying to get through the pack and is stuck behind Ferocious Dimples and Cup of TNT. That pairing, woo, beautiful. And Sid is able to get out, and Crashandra calls the jam. So speaking of Ferocious Dimples, and we've got Ferocious plus 3 other skaters that Eric and I have decided to nominate for Skater of the Game. Before I put up this poll, I'm going to tell you, you have got 25 minutes to decide who out of these 4 you would like to vote for as Skater of the Game to receive the coveted Derby Date Night sticker. Here we go. There are your nominees. So you've got all the way until 5 minutes left. I will give you some warnings to vote for your favorite. Lead going to one of your nominees, Shorty for Rolla. Babe Butcher is currently, another nominee is currently, it's like all the nominees are just showcasing themselves right now, you know.
Trying to get that vote.
Yep, Shorty with the spin on the inside, but unfortunately went out of bounds and is headed to the penalty box. Babe Butcher has the star off, is able to get past Cup of TNT, and will get out of the pack. And this is going to be a 2-minute jam because Shorty was lead when they went to the penalty box. Babe Butcher coming around on a scoring pass in this power jam, getting some offensive help there from the pivot. Now I'm just watching the Derby.
I know.
It's just beautiful to see. Love seeing it. Babe Butcher getting around on the outside, gets through with 4 points for Root River Rollers. I love seeing how teams come out after the half. So Root River is down almost, a little bit over 40 points. They come out and they're like, you know what, we're ready to score. Like, teams are always a little bit different after the half. Another 4 points for Root River.
Yeah, they're hoping that defense can get them some extra points.
Yep, exactly. Shorty in the pack. Tripod to get past and is able to get through for 4 points for Rolla. Meanwhile, Babe Butcher back in the pack on a scoring pass. Shorty also in the pack, trying to weave around but gets caught by Strader. Nice tripod up there at the front holding Shorty. Babe Butcher, I think, got at least a point there. Got all 4, looks like. Looks like we still have 1 pivot in the box for Root River, so we're going to have a 4-3 pack advantage for Rolla in this next jam coming up. Eggs is voting for Kitty Kitty Bang Bang because I love a skater who wears stripes on the side. Okay. Explain. Stripes on the side? They all have stripes
also
on the
refs,
side.
like as a side hustle.
Oh, as a ref. Okay. I'm like, they all wear stripes at Root River.
That's
no,
my
you
guess.
mean a skater who also refs. I love skaters who also ref as well. Love to see it. Trekkie Monster for Rolla Rockets and Domino for Root River. Trekkie is in the pack on a scoring pass, grabbed 3 points, and called that jam. All right. Why does this place feel there's a ton of people here, but it feels super quiet, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. Why
Yeah.
does it feel like the whole crowd is hushed?
I don't know. The energy kind of
Is it
left
the
a little bit.
end
It's
of the
the end
day?
of the day.
What's this next game going to be like? We got 1 more after this. Let's go. I'm going to need another energy drink. No? I'm currently drinking a Diet Coke. So that is, if I drink an energy drink too late, then I won't be able to sleep.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Tokyo Drift is drifting out to the outside line. And oh no, being sent to the penalty box. Forearm.
Yep.
There's currently, it looks like 49 points between these teams. I think that's about to change, but that's doable, especially after what we saw this morning with a comeback from almost 50 points behind to end in a tie game. Sorry, I'm still dying. For those of you who are not aware, which is all of you except the two men sitting next to me, I almost died during halftime. It was very dramatic. I choked on my pasta salad, and I was crying, and it was awful, and now my throat hurts. So it's not because of all the announcing. It's because the pasta salad tried to kill me. I'm getting no sympathy from either man here. Come on, guys. No sympathy?
I
almost
don't even
died.
know what I can say. You didn't almost die. You were still breathing. That's why we didn't perform any emergency.
Sirius said chew better.
No emergency action taken. You were still coughing, as I almost did.
Egg said I left and took the party with me. Are you all over in the other building? Are you all being loud over in the other building? You got to come back and bring the party back, Eggs. Root River Tiffy says chewing is helpful. Carl is asking if you have to wait until you have a whole pack before the jam starts. Actually, you don't. If you don't have all your blockers out there, then they'll start without them.
You play short.
Yep. And you can't join after the jam starts, right?
Correct.
Or can you? No,
Yep.
you can't. If you're not out, you're not out. Cup of TNT is your lead jammer for Rolla Rockets. Domino trying to bust through that pack. I love how scrappy Domino is. Domino is like very physical with the shoulders and just busts through. It's like dominoes.
Yeah.
Gonna domino people over. Cup of TNT got through for 4 points and calls the jam. Tiffy, I will keep your advice that chewing is helpful in mind, but I abandoned the pasta salad after I almost died. It was too traumatic. I might try again later. For those who have not figured out my sense of humor, I'm being incredibly sarcastic.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here laughing at your trauma. That's what I'm doing.
You're having trouble?
No, I was laughing at your trauma.
Oh, my trauma.
You talked about your trauma. I started
Yes.
laughing. I was like, yeah, that's.
How long is it going to – are you actually going to peel that orange, or are you just fidgeting with it?
No, I'm just messing with it. I ate one
okay.
earlier, so I'm just.
Where are you finding these oranges?
They were over in the other room.
Ooh, I might need to go find some of those. That sounds good.
There's not a whole lot over there.
Eggs went home. My cats needed their snuggles. We miss you. Sid Vicious is lead jammer, but chased by Trekkie Monster. And these two jammers are racing to that pack. Sid Vicious in the pack takes a hit to the outside and calls it. 3 skaters down on the ground. Everybody's okay. And no points scored by anybody.
Eggs joined. Yay.
Eggs, you finally. See, Derby Wife being a part of the charter team is important. Welcome to the charter team, Eggs. We're so excited. And Sirius, feature my Derby Wife. He's trying. Are you having technical difficulties? Oh, no. Okay, Eggs, we're going to feature you whenever Sirius can figure it out. Everybody who is a third wheel in the chat, welcome Eggs to the third wheel team. We're so excited to have you here. We love you already, and now we love you even more. Tiffy said, I inhaled a Thin Mint once and will never eat them. That's sad. I love Thin Mints, but I would not enjoy choking on one. All right, Crashandra Burns from Rolla Rockets and Babe Butcher from Root River. Crashandra is your lead jammer, but Babe Butcher is close behind. I love it, not only when jammers wear skirts, but when they go so fast that their skirts are like flowing behind.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
you can actually see how fast they're going when their skirt starts flowing behind them. It's wonderful. Love to see it. Wow, the chat has slowed down. I said welcome Eggs to the chat, and only Eric welcomed Eggs.
Oh.
Thanks for welcoming Eggs, Eric. We're excited to have you here, Eggs, and your cats. Purple with a cute little emoji. Oh, you did did you guys do brackets? Are you doing like a, what's it called? Like a fantasy team type thing, a fantasy. What's it called? Like a March Madness What
yeah,
do
a
they
little
call
bracket
that?
challenge.
A bracket challenge,
Yep.
yeah. Okay, Boom is lead, but Domino is out of the pack. Boom has got a blocker in the box, but does decide to call it, preventing Root River from scoring and grabbing 4 for Rolla. But we will start this next jam down a blocker, so Root River will have a 4-3 pack advantage. Biz had to go home to her dog. Okay, guys, Biz says hello. Biz, you should become a member. We would love to see a wheel next to your name. But anyway, I'm jealous. Eggs went home to the cats. Biz went home to the dogs. My teeny tiny baby golden doodle is waiting at home, and my pug Boston mix. He doesn't care if I'm home or not, but the golden doodle, I miss him. Need to go see him. There we go. Now we can officially welcome Eggs to the third wheel charter team. Trekkie Monster got a lead jam for you, except for that's not going to work because you wanted Root River to win. Well, Tokyo Drift's going to try to make that happen as Tokyo is chasing down Trekkie Monster. And we got 2 blockers in the box, 1 for each team. So we're going to start this next jam with both teams having only 3 blockers. Did you do any check-in on the penalties during halftime, Eric?
I did. They were both very low. Nobody had anything more than 2. It
Nothing
was
really
pretty
to
quiet.
report?
Yeah.
Hey,
These guys
that's good to see.
Everybody's playing really well today, staying out of that box.
Yep. Biz says, and my pug. Well, that's kind of how you feel about the pug. He's like, and my pug. The golden doodle is the one who, like, adores me. The pug, like, hey, Mom. Nice to see you. Can I have some food? Cup of TNT is chasing down Sid Vicious, who is your lead jammer. Sid Vicious coming into the pack. Finds her own jammer and is able to bust through the front of the pack to get 4 points. Cup of TNT trying to snag a point at the back is not able to do so. So Root River scores 4 points in that jam.
I just don't understand the big throw your hands up
Oh,
on
Sid
the
Vicious
call-off.
is the one who, the beautiful.
Because that was almost enough time to allow a point to be
Oh, really?
stolen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's extra time.
It is extra time.
when you're
But
doing
it's
that,
very
like,
pretty.
swimming through- It is pretty.
But it's
But
extra
it's-
time.
it's
Takes you a little bit
slow.
longer to call off the jam. Lead jammer going to Krishandra Burns. Babe Butcher chasing Krishandra down. Both of them out of the pack. Both pivots in the box, just chatting with each other, just smiling, having a good old conversation in the box there. They're both like, yeah, those jammers can handle themselves. We'll just be here in the box. But that jam ended, and they are both still sitting in the box. So we will be starting the next jam with no pivots.
Skaters talk about the funniest stuff in the box.
Now you jinxed it, Eric. Tomorrow is going to be all 5-6 foul-out games.
Yeah.
It has been a low penalty day, Egg, so I'm going to jump in with the jinxing here.
We did it. We had one person, I think, get to 6 today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the one that had 4 earlier got 2 in
Oh,
the second half. And
okay.
I was kind of watching, but I think at that point the game was set, so they pulled them, and then that way it was just they weren't going to get any more.
What happened? Why are we stopped?
I'm not sure.
Anybody know?
Too many on the track because the box.
Too many skaters on the track because the box. So they had to add a skater to the box. The captain. What? Serious? He said forget it. Eric, tell us what skaters say in the box.
Oh, they talk about all kinds of stuff.
Like
what's going on at the after party, where it's at. Is the pizza good? Is the
What, okay, everybody thinks that skaters are talking about the after party. As a skater, I don't remember always talking about the after party during the game.
They don't, but then a lot of them, because a lot of the people that especially the people I coach, play for multiple teams. They all know each other.
Yeah.
So they sit over and talk about all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Well, skaters in the
Weekend
chat,
plans.
what do you talk with the other team about usually? I'm trying to remember what I used to talk with the other team about. It was mostly derby, I think. I guess I'm not very, very interesting. I don't think there's an after party tonight because everybody has games tomorrow. We got to focus and get some sleep.
Yeah.
Biz says that's not as juicy as I was hoping for. I agree, Biz. We should make something up that's really exciting. And family friendly. Tokyo Drift is your lead jammer for Root Rollers. Trekkie Monster jamming for Rolla Rockets. Trekkie is through. But Tokyo has got a big ol' lead and is going to have the opportunity to score some points here.
Are they going to run it?
We got 10 minutes left to vote for your skater of the game. Currently, Shorty from Rolla is winning the vote. Nice run on the inside from Trekkie Monster to get through. Shorty on those tippy toes up that inside line to grab 4 more points for Root River, bringing them to 8 and immediately calling it, outscoring Rolla Rockets by 4. Alpha says there's never a small town after party because everyone's too tired. Purple says you say, you're doing such a great job. You hit me so hard. Yes, I've heard some of that. Becky is rooting for the Rockets. The Rockets are doing pretty well here. Root River's hanging in, though. This is not a – they're not running away with it.
No, there's always a chance.
There's always a chance.
60's not crazy.
Nope. But it's not insurmountable. Shorty and Sid Vicious jamming for their teams.
Blocking out of bounds.
Lead jammer goes to Shorty while Sid Vicious, while Shorty is headed to the penalty box. Who did you see blocking out of bounds?
That was Shorty.
As the jammer was blocking out of bounds?
Yeah, got hit and pushed out of bounds and then immediately stepped back into somebody before they were completely back on the track.
Yeah. Okay, Sid Vicious took a hit out and recovered. Oh, look at that smile. What a big smile. Sid Vicious is like, woohoo. And called the jam, freezing Shorty in the penalty box. So we will start this next jam as a power jam for Root River Rollers. Alpha, you're 100% correct. A couple good power jams, and they just got one, and they're about to get another. It's going to be less than 10 seconds, though, because Shorty is already standing in the penalty box, and Root River is also down a blocker. So Rolla has a 4-3 pack advantage, and I never like to see packs that line up like that with one pack all on one side, because usually, well, actually, they all just mushed up. And then, who is it? Ferocious Dimples saw Domino coming and slowed Domino down. Domino takes a hit to the inside. Shorty is out of the penalty box and eligible for lead jammer, which Shorty is going to get out of the penalty box. Domino also out of the pack and chasing down Shorty, who went through the pack and called the jam after getting hit out of bounds. So I think that was 4 points for Root River there.
Close.
Or Rolla Rockets. Let's go with Rolla Rockets instead of Root River. Okay, 3 points for Rolla Rockets. 144-88. There's a lot of yelling happening out there.
And a lot of throwing of helmet
covers.
A
lot of throwing of helmet. But the penalty box is empty. They're just trying to figure out who they're putting out there. And they are putting out Boom and Tokyo Drift as their jammers.
It was almost like, I don't want to be pivot here, you be pivot. Mm-hmm. No, you be pivot.
Tokyo Drift gets that lead jammer. Kitty Kitty Bang Bang has taken that lead for skater of the game away from Shorty. These two teammates are battling each other for that skater of the game sticker, and we have got only 7 minutes left to vote in that poll. Why are you shaking your head no?
I was looking at coaching. You're going to call that anyway.
You're being a coach over here?
Yeah, if you're going to call that anyway. I just was trying to figure out why they waited so long to call it, unless the jammer just didn't see him.
You know, Derby goes by so much faster for people who are playing it than for people who are watching it. Like, I remember it felt like, you know, when you watch it, you're like, oh, they've got so much time to get ready for the jammer coming. But when you're playing, you're like, holy crap, the jammer's already here? Crazy. Okay, team timeout. Some more jokes. It sounded like a car getting started. Let me find the jokes. Oops. Wasn't ready with pirate jokes. Okay.
How dare you not be ready with
I know,
pirate
I'm not
jokes.
ready. And I have to double check that these aren't bad either.
Well, I mean, they're going to be bad. That's the whole point.
That's bad. Nope, that's bad too. Nope, bad. Nope, I'm not going to tell any of these. Those are so horrible. We'll try again later. Okay. I've already told all these. How do pirates know they are pirates? They think, therefore they are. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Power
not
jam
so
for
much.
Rolla Rockets as Sid Vicious is getting sent to the penalty box. So Trekkie Monster, I think, is still eligible for lead because Sid was not quite out of the engagement zone when they got that penalty. So if Trekkie Monster can get out here, Trekkie cannot become lead.
It should be lead.
Should be lead. Why? Or was there a no pass, no penalty there?
No, they should be lead.
Yeah, I think so. Eric, make it happen. We're not in charge of anything.
You have to turn my mic off. I'm going to start yelling.
All right, 4 points for Trekkie Monster and the Rolla Rockets. Sid Vicious is out of the penalty box and into the track as Trekkie Monster sails through for another 4 points for Rolla Rockets. Sid Vicious finding that space, and I love how whenever Sid Vicious gets out, just a huge grin on her face, like, woohoo, I got it, I'm through. Trekkie Monster also trying to find space on that apex, does not. Takes a hit from, I think that was Kitty Kitty Bang Bang.
See, there they called lead. Okay. That's why it's part of alertiment.
Oh, they
Took us a
did. They
minute to
did
figure it
call
out.
lead
Yeah,
at the
they
end
eventually
there.
called lead right there at the end
Okay.
for Trekkie.
See, we're all learning. Eric and I called lead earlier, but
I know they finally slowed down enough that a couple of the other refs could get in and be like, "Hey, yeah, she's lead, she's lead, she's lead."
Rolla 152, Root River 154, Root River 96. We got Domino and Crescendra Burns jamming for their teams. Domino finds that space on the outside and gets through as lead jammer for Root River. Crescendra Burns also gets out, but looks like Domino's going to have about half a track to try and score some points before Crescendra gets into the pack to score points of her own. Crash is in the pack. Ooh, Crash might have stolen a point there. Yep, 1 point for Root River. Or for Rolla, 4 points for Root River. Root River now at 100. Everybody gets to score at least 100 points. Don't read the chat. A slice of apple pie costs $1.50 in the Bahamas. A slice of cherry pie costs $1.75 in Grenada. A slice of key lime pie costs $1.45 in Jamaica. A slice of berry pie costs $2.25 in Barbados. These are the pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates. Pirates. Get it?
Yep.
Why aren't you laughing?
I do get it.
It was funny, Eric.
That's funnier. The weirdly direct instruction to laugh.
Okay, it says Cup of TNT and Domino, but that's not Domino. That's Tokyo Drift chasing down Cup of TNT.
Yeah.
And Tokyo Drift is now past Cup of TNT, who is lead. And Cup of TNT calls it, and nobody gets any points in that jam.
Nil point. We'll go French for a little bit. Let's just do it in French.
Do what in French?
Just announce the game.
Oui, oui.
There we go.
That's all I know.
Oh.
Croissant.
That's the only thing I know.
French fry.
Was the nil point.
French bread.
No points.
These are my French words. From someone who speaks German fluently, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I used to live in Switzerland. Not the
Oh,
French
that's right.
part.
That's right.
Things are funnier after 7 games. But you know what, Goldie? Things are funnier after 6 because this is only the 6th game. Ooh, Sid almost stayed in bounds but took that big ol' hit. Who is that? That was 357 Petite.
Bones. That's
Bones Appetit. With that hit. So no point scored by anybody in that one.
Yeah.
But it looks like everybody had fun and fell down a lot. Croissant, Goldie says. I don't know if I can speak in... No, I can't speak in a French accent. A French accent, oui, oui? Yes? No?
Oof.
Should I just go back to being Roz
Oof.
from Monsters, Inc.?
There you go.
I'm not doing it. You want me to? I don't even know what I would say. Forget it. Math is harder. Yes, math is harder. Math is harder after 6 games. Nope, see, I can't do it anymore. I did it so well earlier. Nope. I'm done. Trekkie Monster is your lead jammer for Rolla Rockets. Domino chasing Trekkie down. Domino is out of the pack, about a half a track behind. Trekkie approaching the pack on a scoring pass. The refs are getting a workout on the OPRs are getting a workout. That pack sped up, and the refs were like, oh, no. Trekkie got 2 points for Rolla Rockets. 7 minutes left in this game. I'm going to close this chat, except for we got a real close battle here between Kitty Kitty Bang Bang from Root River and Shorty from Rolla. These two are really, you guys are really wanting one of these to be skater of the game, but it's only going to be one of them. And you got just a minute and a half to get those votes in before I close the poll, and one of them becomes your skater of the game. Tokyo Drift is out and through as lead jammer for Root River. Was that a legal star pass or an illegal star pass?
No, it was legal.
But then somebody got a high block. Oh, Krishandra Burns.
Yep.
Okay, got a high block because of what happened during the star.
After the release, yeah.
After the release of the star. No, they're telling Bones Appetit that they are not the jammer.
Okay, then never mind. It wasn't a legal star pass.
There's a lot that happened there.
Well, it's a good thing the jam ended, though, because
Yeah,
if
the
she
jam.
re-enters that's a penalty. If you go all the way around with the star
Wait.
incorrectly,
So
it's
if they
it's
say
almost
you're
like an
not the
illegal
jammer, do you
re-entry.
have to like turn around and go
Yep.
all the way back?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Oof.
So we're going to have a discussion about it.
Yeah. What do you think they're talking about?
I don't know, maybe that, but
Yeah, probably that is my guess. Love that dazzle. Oh, I should tell you who is reffing in this game, because sometimes I remember to tell you. Oh, somebody's doing that high block. Did you see that? High block. Official review. Let's see. What game is this? Game 6.
Yep.
We got Doc Lawless as your head ref, Judge Peter Colas, Hardcore, Madame Morningstar, David Feckham, Dig Dug, and Painbow. For your NSOs, you have got Wild Irish Rosie, Mortricia, Galvatron, Shrum, Kelsey Grammer, Shiv, Too Legit to Quit, Robin Daggers, Rika, and Highway to Shell. Thank you so much for all of your hard work. Sirius, why are you standing up? You're stressing me out. He just turned and stared at me and said nothing. Okay, thanks, Sirius. That was fun. Okay, pirate jokes then. 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes left.
I have a really bad pun that's game related. But
Go ahead.
I really want Shorty out here to get a high block because Shorty should have got low.
Low. You know, I don't know. As a short skater, I did not get high blocks very often. Yeah.
Probably head blocks on occasion.
Mm-mm.
You ever
I
throw
just
your
got
head up?
forearms all the time.
No forearms. Well, yeah, if you're doing that, if you're
Yeah, I was.
pushing people off, you don't have to worry about hitting them with your head.
I was like, get away from me. I'm using my arms. Sirius says I have to drink my drink because it's coming up the straw. Okay, can you report on this one?
Yep.
So, the yellow jammer from the previous game, is Hyoin got a high block during the start pass, and then yellow had asked for an official review to remove that because they said that a black blocker hit them to cause that, and they did not retain
Okay.
yellow jammer's rest of the
So Yellow was trying to remove that high block call during the star pass, saying that the black jammer moved into that, initiating contact, but the referees saw it otherwise, so they will not retain their review.
And Sid Vicious going to come out of the pack first and grab that lead jammer status. Practically untouched, which means there was some pretty good offense being done there
Yep.
to help Sid Vicious get through by Root River. Sid just flying through the pack to grab another 4 points is that Krishandra Burns waiting in the penalty box on this power jam?
Yes.
Sid has scored 4 points, trying to score 4 more. Krishandra Burns is released from the penalty box goes around the ref, the OPR, because if you crash into that ref and it was avoidable, that's
that'd be bad.
pretty much an automatic expulsion.
Yep.
I don't think it's guaranteed, but it's pretty much like they take that super seriously. So
Yep.
Krishandra was making sure to be real careful because you do not want to have avoid any avoidable contact
Yep.
with a ref has to be avoided.
She did
All
it
right.
right, though. She went real wide into the ref lane and it came around.
That is 4 minutes and 51 seconds left in this game, which means I get to close this poll. Kitty Kitty Bang Bang is going to be your skater of the game from Root River. Yay, Kitty Kitty Bang Bang.
I got
Kitty
you.
Bang Bang, Kitty Kitty Bang Bang, do 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 do. Kitty Kitty Bang Bang, do 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 boom, do do do. All right, that was fun. We have one more game after this, right, Eric?
Yes.
My throat isn't hurting, but my back
Yeah.
is killing me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
might just stand during the next game, I think. Domino is your lead jammer for Root River. Rolla is boom, chasing down Domino. Boom goes the dynamite. Does boom go the dominoes? Whew. That was a quick call off there. Did anybody get any points? I think so. Rolla got 2. 3 minutes and 58 seconds left. You guys really pulled it out for Kitty. It was between Kitty and Shorty, and it was back and forth the whole time. I love how many people are participating in the Skater of the Game votes, and you will have another chance. If those of you who were voting for Shorty are so sad, the next game Rolla is in, go ahead and come back, and maybe you can get Shorty nominated and get Shorty a Skater of the Game Derby Date Night sticker.
That's only the second blocker to win today.
Yeah. Cup of TNT was the first blocker, and the rest were
Trauma.
jammers.
Trauma Queen.
What?
Trauma Queen in the very first game.
Trauma Queen?
Yeah, it was the only other blocker. Everybody else has jam percentages. Maybe not necessarily for jamming, but they have jammed.
Yeah. That's true. But Cup of TNT, to be clear, won for blocker because
Yes.
Cup of TNT was very excited to have won something for being a blocker because Cup of TNT usually is a jammer. But this time it's going to a blocker. Kitty Kitty Bang Bang. I do love it when people notice the talent of the blockers.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these kids holding up signs. They're excited for Stitches. It says, Ayo, Stitches from Root River. That's so cute. I
You got-
love that they have signs.
They've got the whole coloring table over there. You can go color for a little bit if you
I
want
can
to.
go color?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know if I have time to color. I'm busy doing all of the work that Sirius and I have given ourselves, going and giving people awards and figuring out who we're nominating and making sure I don't die choking on pasta salad.
I mean, I didn't say it would be easy or it would be good, but you could go color.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's good stress relief for me. Okay, Shorty jamming for Rolla, and Root River is Sid Vicious. 2 minutes left. Sid becomes lead. No, Sid does not become lead jammer. Sid gets a track cut. So this will be a power jam for Shorty and Rolla. Shorty says, don't choose me a skater of the game. I'm going to show you a skater of the game. And gets out.
And she should be lead
Wait,
again.
shouldn't she be lead? If we tell the refs that they should be lead, do you think they'll listen?
There it goes.
There we go. Now we got lead. And 4 points.
That's the problem with those zebras. Sometimes they need to be in that herd. They
Oh,
need to
and
be in a
in
dazzle
here, yeah.
to hear somebody tell them.
Well, they work so well together, too, to make sure to, like, communicate and help each other out. There's so much they're focusing on. I'm always so impressed that the refs can keep that much in their brains. I don't understand how they can do that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm over here just telling jokes whenever my brain stops working. Okay, Sid Vicious still waiting in the penalty box. Looks really relaxed in there. I wonder if it was a double penalty. Because Sid is not looking like she's playing. Oh, and Sid is being told to stand now. Shorty has gotten through for 8 points. 1 minute left in this game. And that jam will be called. And Eric, am I allowed to say?
Nope.
I think there's going to be one
maybe.
more jam.
Maybe this time.
Maybe this time. Because we're going to have 30 seconds in between. So we'll only have 30 seconds left.
You'll have 28. It'll be 28 on the clock when the jam starts, or should be.
Could I not just round up to 30? Did it have to be 28?
I mean, it makes a difference. 2 seconds can make a difference.
In Derby, you know what?
It
You know where
has.
2 seconds makes a really big difference? F1.
Yes, for
They
sure.
get down to like the millisecond
Had a rough weekend last weekend with that, too.
with F1.
I know we're in Indianapolis in the home of the 500, but yeah. I watched the.
Oh, we were
My
watching
Memorial
F1.
Day weekend
we were,
race has always been the Monaco Grand Prix.
Oh yeah, the Monaco Grand Prix. That's a hard one. Okay, I'm not gonna get. Let's talk it in the break about the Monaco Grand Prix because I have opinions. Sid Vicious grinning as she's getting pushed out, and it's having a conversation with Cup of TNT as Cup of TNT is pulling her back. Oh, a big ol' hit from Ferocious Dimples. I swear, Ferocious Dimples. Next game, if Ferocious Dimples continues doing this well, I'm also gonna nominate Ferocious for a sticker.
You should.
Meanwhile, Trekkie Monster has gone through, gotten 8 points. This jam will be the last jam of the game because the period clock has run out. We're going to have a short 25-minute-ish break between this game and our final game of the day, which is going to be between – what are we laughing at?
Right there at the end, just before the whistle blew, she tried to throw the helmet cover. She's like, I'm just done.
Just done. I'm just done. All right, so the next game is going to be our final game of the night, and then I go to bed between Hard Knocks and Glass City. I'm just imagining Hard Knocks. If you knock on the glass too hard, you're gonna break the glass. That's what Hard Knocks is trying to do. But Glass City, they can see through the Hard Knocks. Anyway, we'll be back in 25 minutes with that final game of the day. It's been so fun hanging out with you. Stick around for one more game here today on Derby Date Night.